Hello YouTube, Shock16 back again. Been quite a while, I know. Yeah, been moving into this gaff. I've got most of the stuff in here now. Yeah, most of my furniture, as you can tell by the dodgy green drapes in the background, though it's not complete yet. So yeah. Anyway, this is a video response. I've just seen it on Nes Nutter's channel. It's a Your Gaming History kind of thing. So yeah. Kind of interests me listening to other people's gaming histories. I think I might have covered it once before in a video response. Many moons ago. But yeah, I thought I'd just cover it again and give you an insight into my gaming history, how I got to where I am now. Yeah, I apologise in advance if you can hear any cars. Perks of living near a main road. When I've got the place decorated, I think I'm going to start filming in the bedroom because it's on the back, away from the main. Anyway, this isn't a moving in vlog. That's for another time. So here we are. My gaming history. Shock16's gaming history. So I've listed them down so I don't go wrong, just so I don't miss any of that. Still might have missed a couple of that, but whatever. Let's crack the fuck on. So my gaming history, consoles kind of thing anyway, at home consoles. Started with the Atari 2600. Now this was a system that my dad got off a bloke at work, and he brought it home and he had it all set up and everything, and like we didn't know nothing about it. Me and my sister, I've got an older sister by the way, me and my older sister got home from school and it was already set up on the living room TV, and yeah, it was playing Centipede. I'm sure you've all played some form of Centipede, Millipede, something like that. And I was just like, what the fuck is this thing, man? This was just like, no, I need to go this. And you know, you got your stick, ain't you, with your little red button, your little joystick with your red button. And I just thought that console was excellent, the Atari 2600. The good thing about that as well is there was a guy who lived across the road from me, and he used to like hire games out. I think it was something daft, like 50p a game, and you could have it for like a week or something like that. And he kept him in the boot of his car. Like he had crates, and he had like loads of 2600 cartridges in the back of his boot. Bit of a dodgy geezer, but yeah, if you ever wanted a game, you could guarantee that he had it. So you used to go across there. But yeah, all the kids on our street used to, and from other streets, like all over the state, basically used to hire games off him. So there was never an abundance of game when it came. Abundance, is that even the right word? Does abundance mean a lot or a little? Fuck me, man, my brain is fried today. Anyway, yeah, so it all started off from there. So from there, it was the Atari ST. Now, I've got a cousin who's like kind of my best cousin, you know what I mean? You've got those family members that you kind of don't see very often, and then you've got your ones that you do. Well, when I was younger, me and my cousin used to like see each other a lot, so we was like favourite cousins. But we had a kind of like rivalry. Basically, whatever he'd get, I'd get something that'd rival it. So he had the Commodore 64. I wanted something in the same vein, which rivaled it. So I went with the Atari ST. And it was sold purely on the fact that it was made by Atari. Of course, I've had the Atari 2600, loved that. So now I'm going to the Atari ST. So what can I say about that? It was fucking amazing. I mean, I can't say I've not really got no love for the Atari ST anymore, but the Atari ST back then, it's not something that I'd go back and collect for. Nah, I love watching other people collect for the Atari ST. It was a good thing. It was like a home console and computer, weren't it? So you could do other things on it, but yeah. So then, after that, the Game Boy. Game Boy, by the way, is the only video game console kind of thingy that I have ever got for Christmas. I know a lot of people get, like, when they go through their Christmas list and stuff like that of years gone by, they've had loads of consoles. Me, my birthday's in October, so I used to get gaming stuff for my birthday, and then I used to get all the games for Christmas, if you know what I mean. So I used to get it early before Christmas, and then get the games for Christmas. So yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, Game Boy was the only one that I actually got for Christmas. Love this. I've talked about it many times. If you go through my channel, you could probably see a few video responses of me talking about favourite Christmas present stuff. Absolutely fucking loved the Game Boy. Enough said. Loved that shit. So after the Game Boy, it was the Super Nintendo. Again, my cousin had the Mega Drive, so I had to have the Super Nintendo. I didn't have to, but basically I was playing, a mate of mine had it, and they had the, you know, the arcade sticks, and I think they was playing Mortal Kombat 2. And I was just like, yeah, I need to get this. And the Super Nintendo was brilliant. I can remember going to Toys R Us to pick that up. Yeah, Toys R Us, of all the places. You know, Toys R Us back in the day, when Toys R Us was Toys R Us, and you had all the vintage consoles. You had like just boxes of Super Nintendos up there, and I got the Starwing pack. So yeah, I have. When I moved out in about the year 2000, I gave my SNES to a mate to look after, and he moved away, and I've never seen him since. I've not been in contact with him since, so he's still got my original SNES. Yeah. I've recently talked to him on Facebook. He reckons he don't know what happened to that console. Whatever, he probably sold it. Water under the bridge anyway, a long time ago. But yeah, I'd love to have my original SNES and all my games back. But I did end up buying one back a few years ago before I started my channel and everything like that. It is the Street Fighter 2 pack. I would love to get the Starwing pack again. Do you know what I mean? Exactly. I like having things how I had them back in the day. So I'd love to get that Starwing Super Nintendo back. So yeah, and that lasted me all the way through the 16-bit era, all the way up to the 32-bit era, which came to my very brief and fickle stint with the Saturn. Now everybody knows I love the Saturn now. But no, I'm not saying I didn't love it then. I loved it back then as well, but yeah, to say how much of a Saturn fan I am now, it's quite, don't know, it's probably going to shock you that I was quite fickle with this console when I first got it, because I begged my parents to get me this console. Basically, a friend of mine got one on launch, and like we was playing Virtua Fighter and Sega Rally. My fucking god, that blew my sock. That is a system seller to me. Sega Rally was a Saturn system seller. Where was I? Yeah, my mate had one, knocked my socks off, and I begged my mum and my dad to buy me one, and they did this deal where if I saved up so much for it, then they would pay the rest. So I did that, and I got it quite relatively quick as well. It didn't take me that long to do it, with them paying the other off, so I got one of them. But then, after that, the next console I got was the PlayStation. You see, all the kids at school, all my mates and everything, they all went the PlayStation route, and those PlayStation adverts, you know, those ones, I have commanded armies and conquered worlds, them kind of adverts, you know, where you didn't actually see the console, but they was like really intriguing. You was like, fuck me, man, I need these kind of consoles. But yeah, the PlayStation 1, I got totally caught up in that hype. So after a very brief stint, this is where I was fickle with the Saturn, you see, because I sold the Saturn and put it towards buying a PlayStation instead. So yeah, I don't regret that though. Don't think for one second that I regret getting rid of the Saturn, even though I've had to buy one back now in later years, and it is probably one of my favourite systems now. But I don't regret it at the time, because PlayStation 1, many memories. PlayStation 1 as well, yeah. I've still got all the games, original games that I had for it, and it's about 10 games, if that. When I've moved in and I get the games room set up and stuff, I'll probably show you it, my little collection of original games I had. Back in the day, for the PlayStation 1, I probably had around 100 games. I'm not shitting you, about 100 titles for that system. But as anybody back in the day did, when you was a teenager, you didn't have money. So my mum and dad used to get copied games. You know, chip PlayStation, copied games. So yeah, and out of about 100 games, a library of about 100 games, only about 10 of them are actually original copy games. So yeah, so after the PlayStation 1, I didn't go with the Dreamcast route or like that. I went straight from PlayStation 1 to PlayStation 2. PlayStation 2, excellent. Gran Turismo 3 A-Spec pack, fucking love that. I can remember I got stung on that as well because I got it out of my mum's catalogue and I had to pay for it in instalments, and it fucking cost me a lot more than it should have done for a PlayStation 2. I mean, it was expensive anyway, weren't they? It cost me even more. And I've got to hurry up as well because I've got a 15-minute time limit since I've got a strike. And I'm on 10 minutes now, so... yeah, anyway, PlayStation 2. Brief stint with the Xbox. Again, I've talked about this many times. I basically had a girlfriend at the time who was at Sheffield University, and she moved into a dorm. She was getting homesick and stuff. I got this Xbox, didn't like it as much as a PlayStation 2, never really got on with the original Xbox, so I pawned it onto her and said, oh look, I brought you a gift, cheeky little gift, to, you know, to make life easier while you're homesick, when I'm not there, when I'm not visiting you in Sheffield. It was all bullshit, it was bought for myself, I just didn't like it, pawned it off to her, she loved it, win-win situation, I got a shot of it, she made use of it. So yeah, and then I just went back to the PlayStation 2. PlayStation 2 did me up to last gen, where I got the Xbox 360. Now the Xbox 360, I only got because it came out before the PS3. The PS3 was I was meant to go like PS1, PS2, PS3. So it was like a stopgap. And I got one really, really cheap on eBay, like one of those where you think you're not going to win it. You think, fucking hell man, I'm just going to put a cheeky bid on it, and I ended up winning it. So yeah, I got the Xbox 360, which was meant to be a stopgap, just before I got the PS3, but I loved it that much that I didn't actually get a PS3, which was next, until the Slim version came out. So yeah, PS3 Slim after that. And you know what? I'm not a big fan of the PS3. Sue me, I don't care. I just don't think, on paper, it should destroy the Xbox 360, but it just didn't. Xbox 360 with Xbox Live, one of the best consoles ever made, if you ask me. Well, not on the technical terms, because the red ring to fuck, don't they? So, yeah, and that brings us up to current day. After the last gen, this gen I've now gone Xbox One. Just because it has the games that I want to play, I am getting the PS4. As soon as it's got a game library that I want to play, some games there that I want to play, the PS4 will be in the setup as well. So that brings it up to date. Like I say, this is a video response to Nes Nutter. I've seen this on Nes Nutter's channel, but I think it come from Dave, Imagamegeek. Again, I'll leave both channel links in the low bar anyway, so you can check them all out. But yeah, there you go. That was my gaming history, a very quick gaming history. Like I say, I've fucking capped on videos at the minute. So that's it, guys. I have a minute left. What can I tell you in a minute? Friday Night Fight is coming back very soon. Like I say, just got to do a few more touches to this room, and then I can start using it to film proper in and stuff. And then I can do the games room as we go along, and I'm going to do vlogs and stuff on that, and yeah, keep you updated basically on the move. But like I say, they're for different videos, so I don't want to talk too much about it in this video. So yeah, anyway, like I say, check the low bar, check them channels out that I've mentioned: Nes Nutter, Dave, Imagamegeek, and I've been Shock16. This has been my gaming history. A holla, see you later.
I know you're gonna dig this.